Hello, my name is Jacob, and my historical speech is going to be about the creation of the internet and what started as ARPANET. Actually, what started as a fear. So, imagine you're in the middle of a nuclear war. Cities are gone, communications are destroyed. How would anyone stay in touch? That was a question the United States government faced during the Cold War, and the answer brought us something that we use every single day: the internet. So, today I will take you back to a time when fear of global destruction created one, the ARPANET, the first version of the internet. Two, connected governments in unexpected ways, governments and university researchers in unexpected ways. And then three, laid down the groundwork for the digital world that we live in today. By the end of this presentation, you should not only understand where the internet came from, but how moments of crisis can spark innovation, and how your generation can be responsible for the next big leap. So, let's get started by speaking on the Cold War moment that started it all. So, take you back to a time when the world was tense. The Cold War wasn't just fought with ideas and weapons, it was also fought with technology and fear. So, this year, the Soviet Union launched Sputnik, a small metal sphere that beeped as it orbited overhead. It didn't have any weapons, it didn't have any cameras, it just beeped. But to the United States government or military, whatever, it was alarming bells. So suddenly, America wasn't just worried about losing the space race, but it was afraid of being cut off. What if one missile could wipe out all of our communication networks? The government had to act. So they created ARPA, a research agency with a bold mission. Design a communication system that could survive a war, even a nuclear war. So now picture this. In these four universities came together and they created a digital bridge, and this digital bridge was the first version of the internet, ARPANET. It was a decentralized computer network, and the first message that was ever sent, login, well, at least half of it, because after the LO, the system crashed, and therefore the internet began with a hiccup and a whisper. Funny, right? But that was history in the making. Behind the scenes, engineers invented packet switching. It's splitting data into small chunks that could travel independently across the network and then reassemble at arrival. It was groundbreaking and it was a radical idea. So suddenly it was no more fragile connections, just reliable and resilient technology. So, over the next decade, ARPANET evolved, it expanded beyond universities, and it went to military bases, scientific communities, research labs, you name it. So it wasn't flashy yet, it was no gifts or emojis, but it was growing faster than anyone expected. Then in 1989, It was a groundbreaking new rule, IPIC protocol. This new rule allowed for different networks to communicate even if they speak different languages. It was like giving every computer system a passport to join the global web. So let's pause here. Outdated machines and clunky keyboards. Scientists across the world could now literally share knowledge in seconds. So that power reshaped science, medicine, and education. And in 1990, ARPANET retired. And not with a bang, but with pride. Their job was done. Because in 1991, Tim Berners-Lee created the World Wide Web. The internet was no longer just an experiment, it was a public playground. So let's reflect. This technology was born from fear. A fear of isolation, a fear of losing communication, of losing everything. What came out of it though was connection. Not just wires and tech, but something more human. Today, we use that same tech to send heartfelt messages, organize movements, and even stream concerts. Like, what? Even share memes that make you laugh all the way across the continent. So the next time your phone buzzes, or your inbox pings, or your grandpa sends you that cat video, you're witnessing a legacy that started from war and ended in wonder. The Cold War created a need for secure communications. So ARPANET was developed to meet that need, and the network became the internet that we rely on today. So what started as a military fear, survival tool, etc., is now essential for our daily lives.